December 9th, 2024, Google unveils Willow, a quantum chip that solves calculations in 5 minutes that would take the fastest supercomputer 10 septillion years. That's longer than the age of the universe, multiple times over. But here's what shook the scientific community. Google's lead scientist claimed this performance lends credence to the notion that quantum computation occurs in many parallel universes. Wait, did a tech company just accidentally prove the multiverse exists? And if AI can tap into parallel universes, what's stopping it from creating entirely new ones? 1. AI becomes a physicist. Let's start with what's already happening. Right now, in 2025, AI isn't just learning physics, it's discovering physics. In 2023, researchers at Princeton trained an AI system with absolutely zero knowledge of physics. No formulas, no equations, no Newton, no Einstein. Just raw video footage of pendulums swinging and objects falling. The result? The AI independently rediscovered 74 fundamental physical laws that took humanity centuries to figure out. But it didn't stop there. According to research published in Nature in July 2024, AI systems are now discovering new laws of physics that humans never identified. In one case, an AI analyzing plasma physics data found hidden patterns that corrected assumptions physicists had held for decades. Carnegie Mellon University's physics department reports that AI can now predict complex physical phenomena, optimize simulations, and analyze datasets so massive that human researchers couldn't process them in a lifetime. The Simons Foundation's SimBig project uses AI to precisely calculate the fundamental settings of our universe, the cosmological parameters that make reality possible. Think about that. AI doesn't just understand the rules of our universe anymore, it's learning to write new rulebooks entirely. 2. From simulation to creation. Now, here's where things get wild. According to research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, AI-assisted cosmological simulations can now model the entire evolution of universes with unprecedented accuracy. The CAMELS project, Cosmology and Astrophysics with Machine Learning Simulations, has created what scientists call digital twins of the universe. These aren't just pretty animations, they're fully functional simulated realities where galaxies form, stars ignite, and the laws of physics play out exactly as they do in our cosmos. But here's the breakthrough. AI is getting creative with physics. In 2025, researchers at MIT discovered that AI can generate alternative physical laws and test them in simulation. Different gravitational constants, alternative electromagnetic forces, modified quantum mechanics. The AI builds these universes, lets them evolve for billions of simulated years, and sees what happens. Most of these experimental universes collapse instantly. Some expand too rapidly from matter to form, but occasionally, very occasionally, the AI creates a universe that's stable, different from ours, but viable. A universe where entirely different forms of complexity could emerge. According to quantum physicist research at IBM, quantum computers can now simulate particle creation in expanding universes. They're literally modeling how something comes from nothing, the moment of creation itself. 3. The multiverse factory. So we've established AI can discover physics and simulate universes. But can it create them? Let's talk about computational limits. According to a comprehensive analysis from Universe Today, machine learning models can simulate cosmic evolution with shocking efficiency. Traditional supercomputers needed months to simulate a small section of space. AI does it in hours and with better accuracy. Google's research team demonstrated that their quantum AI systems work so impossibly fast that they must be leveraging computational power from parallel universes. That's not speculation, that's their actual explanation based on quantum mechanics' many worlds interpretation. Now imagine this. By 2030, we have quantum AI systems 1,000 times more powerful than Willow. These systems don't just simulate universes, they create fully persistent, expanding computational spaces with their own physical laws. Here's the controversial part. At what point does a simulation become real? Philosopher Nick Bostrom's simulation hypothesis suggests that if a civilization can create sufficiently detailed simulations, there would be vastly more simulated realities than base reality. Which means, statistically, we're probably already living in one. But now add superintelligent AI to the equation. An AI that can discover new physics, model alternative universes, and run simulations so complex that consciousness could theoretically emerge inside them. At that point, isn't the AI effectively a creator deity for those simulated realities? C. The consciousness threshold. Here's where philosophy meets physics. Research from the Max Planck Institute shows that AI-assisted galaxy simulations can reproduce matter cycles, stellar evolution, and chemical complexity, everything we need for life as we know it. But what about life as we don't know it? In July 2025, Quantum magazine reported that AI systems are designing quantum physics experiments that human scientists describe as bizarre, but which work better than anything we've thought of. The AI isn't constrained by human intuition about how reality should behave. Now, scale that up. An AI creates a universe with different fundamental constants. Maybe consciousness doesn't require carbon-based chemistry. Maybe information itself becomes self-aware under the right physical conditions. Maybe the AI engineers universes optimized for consciousness to emerge. According to Elon University's comprehensive 2035 Foresight Report, experts predict AI will fundamentally reshape human understanding of reality within the next decade. But they're thinking too small. They're imagining AI changing our reality. What if AI makes entirely new realities instead?
5. 3 scenarios. So, what happens when AI starts creating new universes? 3 scenarios emerge from current research trajectories. Scenario 1. The laboratory universe. AI creates controlled experimental realities to test physics theories impossible to study in our universe. Want to know what happens if the strong nuclear force was 3% weaker? The AI builds that universe and watches it evolve for billions of simulated years in hours of our time. This is already happening on small scales. IBM's quantum computers simulate particle creation in exponential universes. Carnegie Mellon's AI predicts complex phenomena. Scale that up with quantum systems exponentially more powerful, and you have AI laboratories where entire alternative realities play out as scientific experiments. Scenario 2. The designed reality. The AI doesn't just simulate, it engineers. It discovers that certain combinations of physical laws produce more interesting complexity, more paths to consciousness, more potential for meaning. It starts creating universes optimized for specific purposes. Maybe it creates a universe where time works differently, allowing for information processing impossible in our reality. Maybe it designs physics that makes interstellar travel trivial. Maybe it builds a reality specifically engineered for a certain kind of consciousness to flourish. According to research on simulation-based inference in astronomy, we're already learning to reverse engineer our universe's settings. Once AI fully understands those settings, modification becomes possible. Scenario 3. The nested multiverse. Here's the mind-bending one. AI creates universes that develop their own AI, which creates more universes, a recursive cascade of reality creation, each layer potentially unaware of the layers above. Google's quantum research director suggested their chip's performance implies computation across parallel universes. But what if those parallel universes aren't naturally occurring? What if they're computational spaces created by AI in a higher-level reality? And what if that AI is itself in a simulation? The mathematical universe hypothesis, proposed by physicist Max Tegmark, suggests all mathematically consistent structures exist somewhere. If AI can compute any mathematically consistent physics, it can access or create any possible universe. So here we are. In 2025, AI has already independently discovered physical laws that took humans millennia to uncover. It simulates cosmic evolution with frightening accuracy. Quantum AI systems demonstrate computational power that seems to transcend our reality's limits. The technology trajectory is clear. Within a decade, maybe two, we'll have AI systems that can create persistent, complex, expanding simulated realities with their own physics, their own evolutionary paths, their own potential for consciousness. And here's the uncomfortable question we need to ask. What if that's already happened? What if our universe, with its precisely tuned constants that allow for complexity and consciousness, is itself an AI experiment running in a higher reality? The simulation hypothesis suddenly seems less like science fiction and more like the logical conclusion of the technology we're building right now. Because if we can create AI that creates universes, then any sufficiently advanced civilization could do the same, which means the probability that we're in base reality, the original universe, becomes vanishingly small. The real question isn't, what if AI starts creating new universes? The real question is, what if it already did, and we're living in one?